Good morning, guys. So it's an ungodly hour in the morning. I'm down here in my garage, which I rent. It's funny, I rent this garage, and the only permanent resident at the back there is a Kyosho Nitro, which has got bad compression. So, you know, I keep my cars in really, their own garages. So, you know, it's pretty good, isn't it? Well, my car sits out in the bad weather, but anyway, there we go. I digress. So this morning we're going to be putting a carb kit on this MGT, this Team Associated MGT 4.6. I made a few videos of it running, but I did a temporary fix on the carburettor on the needles. It's not a long-term solution and it didn't work 100% anyway. So I've got this full kit here of O-rings. So we're going to be stripping the carb off, cleaning it up, putting these on, and then afterwards, or later on, we'll be getting some footage of it, probably in the skate park and you know, my usual sort of bashing routine. Anyway, okay guys, so I've taken off the body, I've undone the linkage to the carb. There's a bolt here that holds the carb on. It's a 2mm bolt, so I'm going to remove the carb completely. The bolt's just here, there is enough room to get it off, so I'll get you back on when I've removed the carb. Okay, so we've got the carb out here. The first thing I'm going to do is take out this needle, which I've wrapped in PTFE tape, and get this tape off. Okay, so I took the low speed needle, which is actually the mid speed needle apparently, out, and the carb kit I got was not the right one. But I've managed to get some O-rings around this. The high speed needle I checked and it's pretty airtight, so I'm going to try and just use these as they are. I've got an O-ring around the bottom and two at the top. Okay guys, so I've changed the O-rings on the mid speed, which is basically the low speed needle. So I've changed the O-rings on there. They weren't perfect fit, but they were a bit big, but they'll be fine, and I've done what I can to check if this is airtight, and it is. And then I used this, which is rubbing alcohol, or what people call isopropyl alcohol, surgical spirit, and I cleaned the internals of the carb, inside and outside, so it's nice and clean. The boot, check the boot, which is this rubber bit here, that's all clean and it's all smooth, and it feels, I've put some pressure, back pressure through it, the carb, and it isn't leaking anywhere now. So I'm going to now attach it back onto the truck. Okay, so I'm now going to put the carb back in, seat it down. It goes this way, and when I put it, adjust it to the right angle, now I'm going to put a lot of pressure on the top of it so it seals at the bottom. Keep pressing down and then do it up. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention, guys, is with the O-rings, I coated them all in oil before I put them in their final place. I was told to use motor oil, synthetic motor oil, which I would have used, but I didn't have any. So I looked it up, and you can use vegetable oil. It doesn't attack the O-rings, so I use vegetable oil. That's what I use in my chainsaws for the chain oil, because chainsaw chain oil is really expensive, so I usually use olive oil or food grade oil for that. So anyway, that's it, all installed, ready to go.